Let me talk a little bit about, and again, I want to take the advertiser's brain in you here. And
such as it is. Yeah.
Well, focusing on messages, because the rap against Donald Trump has been, he's all over the map. And that could be a good thing, it could be a bad thing.
Very reactive.
All right. Well, on his immigration order that's been battled in the courts, you said, I have an instinctive dislike of such measures. What did you mean by that?
Well, there are 3 points, really. First of all, has it affected us to date? The answer is no, but it's come off, and we'll have to see how it happens. There's a second order of impact, which is I worry about its impact on our people, because we have, for example, in the UK, in relation to immigration, because it's the same issue, about 20% of our, we have 17,000 people in the UK, 200,000 people worldwide. Of the 17,000 people in the UK, 20% are EU citizens. So what is their future? So the same thing applies here in the US. We have people...
Do you have bad hombres getting through?
I don't think so. I don't
think
so. Well, you never...
That's what he's saying.
You never know for certain, but do I think we have bad hombres in our organization? No, but... So that's the second order. The third order was my instinctive reaction. I'm the grandson of immigrants from the Ukraine in the UK in 1899 on my father's side, and between the 2 world wars from Poland, Romania on my mother's side. So I have an instinctive dislike. I mean, some might say it would be better if Martin's grandparents didn't come to the UK and had been refused admission in 1899 and between the 2 world wars. But that's my instinctive dislike of it. I am a second-generation UK immigrant, and I think immigrants have made major contributions to the UK economy. And far be it for me to say that in America, I mean, which is the fountainhead of immigrants.
But you will say that it's gotten out of control, right?
Well, you're leading the witness there.
Yes, I am.
Well, the question is always in these things a question of balance, and there are people who believe that it has got out of control.
Yeah.
I think the downside of restriction outweighs the positives. So that's my instinctive reaction. Instinctively, I just believe that immigration and the sort of things that we're seeing in the world, whether it be in Syria or elsewhere, means that we have obligations. As well as having rights and powers, we have obligations to help.
You know, I get a chance to what I do. I read foreign press, and when Donald Trump got elected in this country, I mean, well, there was shock in this country, there was shock worldwide, but reading a lot of the British press, it was almost as a collective gasp. When he goes to Britain, because your Prime Minister has invited him, there was even talk, do not let him speak to Parliament. What do you think of that?
Well, that's going to be for Parliament to decide. I mean,
doesn't that seem childish? Or?
Well, whether it seems childish or not, it's up to them to decide. There will there'll be variations of view.
Would you do that?
Well, to be fair, right? Some of the personal stuff, the personal views that he expressed during the course of the election, were issues that people feel pretty, or on issues feel very deeply about in the UK.
Are you surprised by that vitriol?
But the extent of it? Well, given what had happened through the campaign on both sides was a very tough campaign, right? And of course, there are still things coming out of it in relation to Russia and everything else. So we have to see how that plays out. I mean, we're very focused today on tax cuts and Israel, but yesterday we were very focused on other things. The Russian situation probably has to play out some more. Was I surprised by the reaction? No, because I think during the course of the campaign was pretty flabbergasting, wasn't it?
It was. No, you're right about that.